Before we get to Radical Latino and his video that he just put out yesterday, I want to first get into how Radical Latino got radicalized going against Tariq Nasheed. Now, right here we have Brandon on the screen. Now, I did have a video last night. I had to take that down. I want to do a little bit better on that. So, right here we have Brandon on the screen. Now, Brandon is the FDMG graduate who radicalized Radical Latino. Now, before we get into Radical Latino, if you don't know who Brandon is, he's been going after Tariq Nasheed for over a year now, pretty much trying to get his channel up and everything, whatever. But Brandon has what he says makes absolutely no sense when he's going after Tariq Nasheed. Now I would understand if you're freaking coming with common sense and presenting facts, not just saying stuff. He's just on his show saying stuff, and he's had over a year to gather information about Tariq Nasheed. Now, if you have information, how about you just put it out? He said he was going to get the transcripts. Now he's talking about Tariq Nasheed need to release the transcripts. Which one is it? Bruh, come on. But Brandon has radicalized other people on the internet to go against Tariq Nasheed, whether they're his followers or whether they just pass by his freaking channel. He's radicalizing these people to go after Tariq Nasheed, which is why we're going to get into Radical Latino a little bit later. But before we get into Radical Latino, I want to play this video of him going after Tariq Nasheed like he usually do, and making no sense as he's talking. Because, like I said, I said it once, I'm going to say it a million times. This guy is an Umar Johnson supporter. He always telling people about. He was telling people at one point about Umar Johnson School and all that stuff, and like why people should donate to the school. But he doesn't even talk about Umar Johnson School anymore because he knows that school is a scam, but he will not call it out. But I'm gonna say it like it is, man. So let's get into this video right quick.
Remaining a tenant of Tariq's is safe, right? Here's the bombshell. Letty said, I believe it would be in my best interest to move out before our agreed upon date of August 2024. August 2024. So why is that a bombshell? This guy was telling you he was opening the place in February. How does this lady have 2 years to move out? They've agreed that she's going to move out in August of 2024, but he's lying to y'all, telling y'all that this lady is going to move out, that they were going to move out, and he was going to have the museum open by February of 2023.
Damn.
Ooh. We got documents of that.
Okay, then show the documents. Show the documents, man. What is he talking? He's making that face where he's actually think he's saying something, but he's not saying anything at all. Show the documents.
We got documents of that. That was read in court. So tell him to go get the transcripts.
I wish you would have asked that judge on the record what Tariq Nasheed's birth name was.
Why?
I should have brought that up. Like, he has a...
Like, if we in court and we supposed to tell the truth about everything, Your Honor, I would like to know, what is Tariq Nasheed's birth name as it says on his birth certificate?
And what relevance is that on the court case? So the court case was pretty much to get Brandon Pan-African Strikes Back to get away from the museum or ban him from the location of the museum or whatever. What does getting his real name have to do with the court case? So this golden Jaguar guy is over here gassing Brandon up, putting a freaking battery in his back. And Brandon just, oh yeah, well, I should got his real name, y'all. I should got his real name.
Yeah, we back. Now today, man, we got to talk about it, man. Tariq Nasheed's Hidden History Museum scam has been exposed, deconstructed, and pretty much laid out on Front Street.
In full disclosure, it wasn't a scam, you guys. It wasn't a scam because Tariq Nasheed requested $9 million. Now, if you requested $9 million, but you only got, $1 million, and he added another million on top of that, of course, the project that was expected is not going to be the results because you wanted $9 million, but you only got $1 million. He added another $1 million, which makes $2 million. So how are you going to get the project finished if you needed $9 million originally? So I think that Tariq Nasheed did the best in the situation that he had in front of him. But like I said, once again, that this Brandon dude supports Umar Johnson. He's trying to do all this fact checking on Tariq Nasheed, the tenants, the location, all that. But not once has he done a video to cast out Dr. Umar. Now, who's in that school besides Dr. Umar, who's obviously sleeping in that gym? Nobody. The school he's brought the school, 5 years ago? Been collecting money since 2009. No results. Brandon has no problem with that.
For the world to see. Now, in case you didn't know, Tariq Nasheed was in court either yesterday or the day before. And the reason he was in court was because he was filing a restraining order on the good brother Brandon, aka Pan Africanism Strikes Back on YouTube. Big shout out to the homie doing amazing work on his channel. Now, Tariq Nasheed might have pretty much threw himself in hot water.
What work? What work is he doing? What work is he doing? He has a freaking I Hate Tariq Nasheed channel. That's the work that he's doing, the amazing work that we're hearing about.
Pretty much exposed his entire scam, his entire plan. And if he's not careful, I really think that he might end up behind bars, right? Because in case you didn't know, Tariq Nasheed, about a year ago, he had a crowdfunding project, right? Because he wanted to build a museum honoring Black history. Now, up on the screen, you have the picture that was promised. This is what he sold to the people, saying that, listen, if you donate, we need over $1 million. If you donate, this is what we are going to get in the heart of Los Angeles. This big, colossal building looking like, man, just huge commercial property, right?
So already he don't have his information correct. Tariq Nasheed requested $9 million. So if you requested $9 million, but you only got one, once again, you're not going to get the project that was promised. Yes, that building right there will require almost, like, in my opinion, $10 million.
Multiple floors, a movie theater, a conference room, a backyard, man, just the whole 9 yards, right? We're talking about elite commercial property that really, if you look up at the screen, it really should have costed way more than just 1 million. It should have costed multiple millions, especially we're talking about in the state of California, one of the most robust economies on the planet with some of the most expensive real estate in the world, right? Now, come to our surprise, well, not to my surprise, but Tariq Nasheed did not deliver on his promise, right? In fact, the building that he acquired is not even 2 floors. It's not even 3 floors. It's really just 1 floor. It's like a church and a real estate brokerage, right? In fact, he has paying tenants, right? You got one half is the church and the other half is the real estate brokerage, right? And on the video that you got on the screen is a good brother who came by the property, checked it out, got firsthand footage, right? And as you can see, it's pretty much a storefront. You could put in a Mexican deli up in there, people making cheeseburgers and chopped cheese and bacon, egg, and cheese. You know what I mean? On the other side, you could put in like a Chinese restaurant, you know, people selling General Sauce chicken, you know, with the noodles. Like you could put any storefront, a barbershop, a hair salon, anything, right? You could put a 7-Eleven inside of there selling blunt wraps and lighters and potato chips. Honestly, man, it's definitely not a museum, right? Honestly, I'm pretty sure there's laws on the books saying that you cannot collect money and advertise a false product, right? So I don't know how Tariq Nasheed still has his freedom, but it is what it is. Like I said, we know he's a federal agent. We know he was sent by them people, man. So at the end of the day,
Oh, because I'm gonna cut that video right there. Now, it's funny how when it comes to Tariq Nasheed, somehow these Negroes know about the law. That's funny. When it comes to Tariq Nasheed, all of a sudden they know what the law is. All of a sudden they know what a scam is. Now, when is this brother going to put out a video about that school that's been sitting there for 5 years and the guy that's been collecting money for since 2009? He ain't gonna talk about that. But furthermore, let's just get into Radical Latino, because I just want to throw that out there because Radical Latino got radicalized by Brandon, and now he put out this fake video, this ridiculously fake video, where it's obviously to me that he's talking to a robot on the other side. But let's listen to it. I'll leave the link in the chat real quick.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy with Natalie, the real estate agent. All right. So I'm recording on my phone. So what's going on, guys? I got you guys another interview. You heard. So I got the homie, you know, Natalie.
Hi, good to be here.
Yeah. Good to be here. So Nat, I know I'm just using that name as a cover because that's not your real name. I don't want you to get in trouble or whatever the case is. So Natalie, tell us why you're here.
Yeah. Well, at first, after the vandalism, we started to get a wave of calls asking questions about the new owner. So my boss took it upon herself to Google him, and the stuff she found on him and on herself almost gave her a mini panic attack. That's
a mini panic attack.
So what did you see or hear or whatever?
Yeah. Well, after that, we all started to Google him and found a bunch of racist stuff, so we're all freaking out. So for what I understand is that my boss asked to move out, and he granted that request with a $15,000 fee. And then,
what about the museum?
Yeah, we never hear of a museum. He told us that he was buying the property to expand his property ownership.
Now, does this sound like a real woman to you guys? Does this sound like a real woman? That doesn't even sound like a real woman. It sounds like a robot on the other end. Now, this woman who said she got into a tenant agreement with Tariq Nasheed, first of all, if you got into an agreement, you should did your research and all that. But the fact of the matter is that you got into an agreement, you knew what you were getting into. You have a contractual duty. If all this is said to be, is everything that she's saying is true. Now, in my opinion, I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. That sounds like a robot on the other end that Radical Latino is using in order to, to attack Tariq Nasheed. It sounds like a complete robot. This whole story is fabricated. But this is the new lows that they're going to in order to attack Tariq Nasheed. They don't have facts. They don't have any of the documents that they keep promising that they're going to release. No documents, no facts. So let's just make stuff up out of plain air. So this guy got a phone. He put in some words previously recorded, and then he had this robot read out these words. Now, this woman, let's just pretend that she is real, but she's not real. I don't think she's real at all. This woman said that she Googled Tariq Nasheed and had a mini attack. That Tariq Nasheed had some racial polarizing stuff that he said online or whatever, and she was having a mini panic attack, and she wanted to get out the agreement. And in order for her to get out the agreement, it was going to be $15,000. Broad, you knew that all before going into. You should have did your research. But even if you didn't do your research, you looking up somebody online is not going to give you a little mini panic attack. This is how exposed this video is, because it's just going overboard on it. It's overkill. But let's continue.
Since he has a home in Atlanta, he wanted to expand it here with commercial property.
So is it safe to say the museum was a scam?
Well, after we moved out, he asked my boss for advice on the property if a museum would be lucrative. She told him that she doesn't know, and then he asked if there's still any buyers left for the property.
Okay, so after she found out, what else happened?
After that, I can't confirm this, but I hear that the Sunday church cut a deal with him to stay on Sundays. I don't see how that will work with a museum, but yeah.
Okay, so listen, we're gonna start wrapping it up now. Just, you want to leave us with a little something or whatever?
Yeah, well, I'll just say is since he's been caught lying and the stuff you showed me was promised but not delivered, it says a lot about this guy. Tariq wouldn't pull this off in any other community. I'll say this.
Wow.
If I donated, I would be looking for a class action lawsuit.
All right, cool. Listen, thank you for coming through.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you for calling me. Anytime you can come in.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
So we're gonna leave you.
Yeah, anytime, because you're a fucking robot. That's why. Okay, so you guys heard that conversation between Radical Latino and what I believe to be an AI robot on the other end, but that could have been a right person, a real person. That's for you guys to decide. Now, in my opinion, I do believe that was a robot. And just listen to her talking points. She's using the same talking points as Radical Latino and Brandon, which leads me to believe that Radical Latino typed this up in a phone and he had a woman voice just read it back. Now, why would she be concerned about Tariq Nasheed doing this in any other community? That's a big question mark right there. Why would she be concerned about Tariq Nasheed having a class action lawsuit because of the donations that he received in order to, get the museum up and going? Now, if she knew her facts, that she would know that Tariq Nasheed originally wanted more money. So if he didn't get the original amount of money, why would that be a class action lawsuit against him? So they're using the same talking points. She's using the same talking points as Radical Latino and Panda Bear Strikes Back. And this leads me to just believe that, this is not a real person, that he just fabricated this whole thing up in order to get some points on the board against Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq Nasheed is doing circles around these guys and they have no wins on the board. And it's actually kind of getting sad to watch this. It's funny to watch it. It's straight up entertainment, but it's not serious to me, because these guys are just trying to struggle to get some points on the board. And this is the best they can do. And that's all I want to say over this conversation, man. Radical Latino, man, do better.